Hey guys, welcome to channel DevKage. In this Flutter P6 video, I am going to show you how to add the pull to refresh feature on any scrollable widget in Flutter. You must have already seen this feature in multiple apps. It is generally used to allow users to explicitly refresh contents of a list. So as usual, I have a fairly basic app up and running. And to keep things quick, I have already added this HTTP package in PubSpec. We'll need this for getting some dummy data for this demo app. So first, I'll replace the current body of this scaffold with the list view widget with builder constructor. This builder needs an item builder, and for now I'll set the item count to 20. From this builder, I'll return a list tile, and the title property of this list tile will be a text widget displaying the item number. This gives us a simple scrollable list, but as you can see, it does not come with a pull to refresh feature by default. So to add this feature, we can wrap this list view inside a refresh indicator widget. Refresh indicator has one required property called onRefresh, which is just a callback function that gets called when users try to refresh the list. I'll keep this callback function empty for now. And if I save this and try to overscroll the list from top, you can see that we get this refresh indicator. This indicator is displayed until the callback function specified as onRefresh property returns a future. As it does not return anything right now, the refresh indicator will be displayed forever. So let's try to fetch some dummy data from internet to build this list view. And for this dummy data, I'll use the random user API. This API returns random user profiles in JSON format. I'll store the URL to this API in a constant variable called random users URL. Next, let's create a model class to represent an user. This class will hold username, user email, and URL to the profile image. Let's also add these fields as name parameters to constructor of this class. Now I'll add a list of users in my homepage state class to hold data of all the users. And in the body of the scaffold, I'll check if users list is null. If it is null, I'll display a circular progress indicator. And if it is non-null, we'll display the actual list. Now, to get the list of users, I'll create a new method in the state class called getUsers. Here, as the first step, we'll have to call the REST API using HTTP package. So I'll first import package http.dart as HTTP. Now in the getUsers method, we can write http.get and pass in the random users URL. To get the response, we'll have to await for this http.get to complete. And to use await, we'll have to make getUsers an async method. Once we get the response, I'll first check the status code of this response. If the response code is 200, we can proceed with reading the body of this response. As this API returns data in JSON format, I'll use json.decode and pass in response.body as input. Now we can go through the decoded data to generate objects of user class. I won't go much into details about how this JSON is structured, as that is not the main purpose of this video. But the basic idea here is to generate a temporary list of users from the API call. And once this list is ready, we just have to set the temp list as the current users list. And to reflect the changes on UI, we'll obviously have to rebuild the UI. So I'll put this into a setState call. Now let's see where we can call this getUsers to fetch the data. So the first place will be the initState method of this state class. This will make sure that we fetch the data once an object of this state class is initialized. And then second place is the onRefresh of refresh indicator. This will make sure that when users try to refresh the list, we call the API again, fetch the new data and rebuild the list. Now before we display the data in the list view, let's hot restart the app to see if everything is working fine. And we get an exception. Okay, so this for loop is wrong. we have to loop over the value at results key of data here. Now let's do a hot restart again. Okay, so we didn't get any errors. Now let's proceed with displaying the data in the list view. So I'll set the item count to users.length, and in the list style I'll display username as title, user email as subtitle, and user image as trailing property of the list style. And if I save this now, you can see that we get some random user profiles in the list view. Now if I try to over scroll from the top, we get the refresh indicator. And once the on refresh completes, we rebuild the list view with new data. So this is how you can add pull to refresh on any of the scrollable widgets in Flutter. You just have to wrap the scrollable with a refresh indicator and provide an on refresh callback. Also, if you ever face issue with refresh indicator not showing up when the list view has less number of items, you can try setting the physics property of list view to always scrollable scroll physics. This will most probably solve your issue. So that was all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it and learned something new. If you did, do hit that like button and consider subscribing for more such content. I hope to see you in the next one.